Everyone is watching, and that for me was the most striking part, that even now that that video is getting so much public attention, and even when people are not watching, he's always doing the right thing, and that is someone that you can trust with your vote to do the right thing.
Well, I don't see it as a confidence and all. I see it as passion. When you love your fellow human being, the way that you should, it doesn't matter what caste or class they are, you just want to correct an evil. And I think that has always been him from the get-go, so I'm not really shocked. But I saw the video and honestly it was amazing. But the striking part for me was, I won't say it yesterday, what I had was from our own Femi Adeyeye, who said somebody came up to him and was like, "Is that Sowore?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then the person went on like, "Hey, I said it. I told my people Sowore cannot pass and will not stop." It shows that people know him. They already can boast of it. I don't want to use the word integrity, but another word.
But it is integrity.
No, I don't want to use integrity. Buhari spoiled integrity for us already. So, give me another word now. How? We don't have English people in the house. Okay, so it basically shows, the kind of man he is. When you're kind at heart, when, you are honest, when you're passionate, it doesn't matter whether the camera is on you or not. One of the things I actually like about him, and this is something I'd never shared with anybody or even him, is the fact that he's down to earth. I mean, I've traveled with this man and he has, traveled with us in the same bus. No... how do I call it now? Preferential treatment, no special, nothing. He rides with us, he eats with us. I'm sure 2 days ago he mentioned Gary, and I was still streaming. In my head, I'm like, can't he just add posh and ask for suya or shawarma or something?
Which is one thing that he has said before at a radio interview, and he said, "I'm comfortable with my poverty."
That's it. What? Poverty?
Yes, but that goes to show you that. I don't believe
he's poor. I believe he's rich and contented. Okay, maybe that's it. He's very contented.
Don't say rich before they'll come and...
No, when you are contented, you are rich. Even if you eat once a day, once you are fine with it, I mean, you are rich. So let me tell you about Yaba. So for people who have been on Sowore2019, you will know that we've been to Yaba before, twice now. The first time we did, the usual awareness. That was before campaign officially started. And the second time was when you followed us, the train, journey. It was really beautiful. So today, we went to Yaba with our own DG, Dr. Malcolm, and it was amazing. First, we got there, and I did the usual thing. Everybody welcome, and then Dr. Malcolm took the megaphone and started speaking. And oh my God, it did not only just pull crowd physically, but it's like, when the megaphone is reaching out and then people on the internet could actually hear him, people just, started joining the live streaming. And as at the time I ended the video, he already had 1.1k shares. Honestly, I've never had that much share. I'm not going to lie. Like immediately, it was beautiful. He spoke Hausa, he spoke English, he spoke Pidgin. And he was the only one who spoke for over 2 hours straight.
But that's also a pointer to...
Wait, let me quickly say this. He spoke 2 hours straight. We had 4 different guys, exchanging megaphones to do interpretation for him. It was that good. I mean, Yoruba almost was so difficult. When he began speaking...
For him?
No, he was speaking English. We had people, interpreting Yoruba. So it was like, we had like 4 different guys. When this one started, and it's like, okay, me Odon 2015, and the guys looking, how do I say this? And then I'm like, okay, you take it. And the other person said, okay, so Nigba consent. It was really nice. It was really nice. And we got over 200 or 300 people who are ready to join.
On the spot?
On the spot. Honestly, we had some APC, say baba, especially the houses, around that side. A few of them were like, say baba, say baba.
But what was their condition? Fine. Those that were shouting, say baba.
Oh, that was exactly what I told them. In my own view, if Buhari was, the good leader they claimed to be, they were not supposed to be on the streets. They're supposed to have their offices, be somewhere else, relaxing.
Did you share this with them?
Yes, I did. At some point, people online were, telling me, then I believe them, they're not going to change. Honestly, a few of them turned a new leaf. They gave their contact, they were ready to join us. They gave their names, they collected their names, their phone number. And I don't know if you remember this woman. There was this woman selling, was it beans? or rice. She sells food or something around Mobile in Yaba. The first time we went, she was like, put the camera on me, I want to talk. If she raises, I shared that video on Instagram and Facebook. When we got there today, she called us to say, hey, look, we saw your Facebook. I just kids me, I still want to talk. I'm like, seriously? People are ready. People want a better Nigeria. And honestly, the most amazing part was we had such a loud crowd with women, more than with men. Women who were selling fish, you know, the ones who had dresses, they were the ones who were more eager to hear what we had to say than men. And it was beautiful, considering the fact that we know that we don't have so much, you know, in numbers of women like this, especially fine, you know, outside girl like this. Why are you looking at me in our movement? But in all honesty, women are ready and they're willing to work. So hopefully we'll get in contact with them. We do the GHC strategy and, you know, we'll multiply and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, which brings me back to what I wanted to say earlier about Dr. Malcolm. You know, he's such an intelligent and eloquent man.
Very, very.
But, you know, it doesn't matter your intelligence and eloquence. If you have a bad candidate, if you have a bad product, no matter the English you speak, it will not resonate with people. And I think the reason that, you know, he was able to gather that much people wasn't because of what he was speaking and all that, was because he was able to sell a good product. Yes. Just like there is no spokesperson of the presidency, for example, that can sell Buhari at this point. You know, it's not going to work. It's going to backfire.
Yeah, that's true. We actually challenged them. Myself and Jamu were like, okay, fine, I'm ready to vote for Buhari. Convince me. And they were like, no, he has done good. Hey, I agree now, but tell me the good. He has one actually. Well, he didn't assault me, but he pointed his finger at me and was like, I know you before Buhari came into power. You were not this fine. And in my head, I'm like,
So that is an achievement.
Like, seriously? That's what he said. He said, you were not, I've never seen this man before. He said, I know you before Buhari. You were not this chop up. You were not this fine. I was like, uncle. So, you know, I don't want to say Hausa man, but I have to say, how many wives do you have? How many kids do you have? Are your kids in school? Are you still paying school fees? I mean, why is it that at this age and time, you have to struggle to pay your children's school fees? These people you are fighting for enjoyed free education in their time. So it is legit a compulsion on them for them to do the same for this generation, but they are not doing. So I wonder why the fuss, I mean, what the fuss is about. Why would you want to kill yourself over Atiku Buhari? It's useless.
It is, and that is why we're encouraging you to it's not enough to know about Omoyele Sowore and Dr. Rabi Ahmed Rufai and other AAC candidates. It's not enough to campaign for them on your social media handles and all that. It's also important for you to share. If you're in public buses, you know, just start playing one of his live videos where he's addressing. We have these punchy videos we put out every week. You know, play it. Get someone by your side interested. Let them ask, oh, bros, what in the watch? Who be that guy when they talk like that? You know, and engage them when they do. Sell him to them. You can do it in places of worship, marketplaces, wherever you find yourself. Just find creative ways. The other day, someone was talking about CDs. We mustn't wait for a centralized action before we start. So if you can do it in your capacity, if you can make a compilation of all our videos on Facebook, you know, you can do that, and then you can give, if you're someone who controls, for example, 2 buses, you can give it to your drivers and say, today play this, you know, and then you monitor to ensure that these are creative ways that you can get word out and ensure that people.
So based on what you said was what you know, made me remember this. One of the things we have for us who are behind the camera is a lot of comment about do this, do that, come to here, come to there, and I keep telling you, I understand the fact that yes, we have to be everywhere in Nigeria, but you also have to understand the fact that this Nigeria is not for me, it's not for Sanami, it's not for Sowore, it's not for Rabi Ahmed Rufai. No, it's for everybody. If this Nigeria was for me, honestly, we won't be here saying, please donate, let's do this, let's do that. No, we could have just done it all ourselves. But because a better Nigeria is to the enjoyment of all of us, is why we say, start your own campaign now. It doesn't have to be on camera. If you want us to televise this, it's fine. Do a video coverage, stream live, share to us. We're going to do that. But you don't just say, come here, without you working towards it. So please, I honestly would prefer to have 25 people watching live, knowing that over 200 or 300 people are on the ground working, than have 1,000 views live and nobody is working in reality. Because honestly, we are not here to win Facebook Live. There's no award for Instagram Live, and it's definitely not about YouTube or Twitter. So what we are saying is 2019 is here. We're in December already. We have
just
2 months, less than 2 months.
or 70 days more.
Exactly. We don't have much money. We don't have posters. We had to stop our grassroots because we ran out of flyers and posters, honestly. And it was sad because we could have taken it from Yaba down to Jolemba. That was the plan. But we could not proceed because, after we now tell people, they're like, okay, let us see him. A few of us were actually wearing the t-shirt, but then they would want to read about him and all of that. So we just had to put a stop to it. So please, 10060238871. 10060238871. Omoyele Sowore presidential campaigns. Let me tell you a quick joke that happened earlier today. So somebody just bust me out of blue. I'm not going to mention who. And the guy was like, no, not the guy, the girl. I'm not like my friend. And she wanted to send me some cash. And she was like, okay, so send your account number. And then I started typing 10060. That was beside me. And then I look and I'm like, do you know what just happened right now? I'm just about to send Omoyele Sowore presidential campaigns account. It's that good.
Why didn't you do it?
What?
You wanted the money to enter your own account.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that later. So please donate as much as you can. If you don't want to donate, in cash, you can as well make banners, posters. We don't mind you putting, your name donated by this at the corner. It's all yours. As long as you have the prototype, you have the, digital form. Or if you want to just send your email address to any of the Facebook Lives or Instagram, and we're going to address it. Posters, banners, flyers, stickers. What else do we need? T-shirts, caps. What else? Pen, anything.
Just marketing connections.
Anything that can help us. Please, we can't do it alone. We all have, different ideas. We have brilliant strategies, but then it's not just about the TIB group. It's about every Nigerian watching us or who have heard of us. So please, guys, do as much as you can. Thank you so much.
And don't forget, if you're outside the country and you want to send us money, you can do that. I do not have off the top of my head the other account.
GoFundMe/Sowore2019.
Yes, you can always use GoFundMe. Please ensure that you donate there. And you can write a message down there if you want, telling us why you've donated, so that we can make a compilation of that.
Yes.
And it can motivate us.
Yeah, exactly. They're refreshing to hear, honestly. The fact that while we were doing the grassroots today, excuse me, I had like 3 people who were like, I'm so emotional right now. This is so motivating. I'm donating immediately. I'm like, yeah, keep donating. And at that point, I wish I could just whisper to Dr. Malcolm to say, fire on, uncle, just keep talking. Because people were moved. So when we see messages like this, say, okay, I'm in Italy, but I want Nigeria to be great so I can come back. It's always like really nice to hear. Because honestly, I am not going to lie. My mind is like, halfway out of this country.
You've mentally succeeded, like
already. Honestly, it's not anybody's fault. Sincerely, you have better countries who have better economies, and you're thinking.
But it's important to also note that as much as we have those countries, they are not our country.
We know, but when these countries, are accommodating. And your country, people
and that
are
is
killing
why
themselves.
we must take it back.
So nice.
Exactly.
We have to deal with all of this. We want Nigeria to be a Boko Haram free country, a herdsman free country. We have to eradicate religion, ethnicity, language, whatever it is we feel it's by. Because at the end of the day, we're just humans. We are humans. We are Nigerians. Before I became Yoruba, or you became Igbo, or she became Hausa, we all are one Nigeria. So until we can see through that, until we can see that we have the same type of blood, is red for everybody. Oh, you have blue blood, I'm not sure.
I do have blue blood.
Blue blood, interesting. She's an alien. Until we can see that we all that we all have the same kind of blood, running through us. I think we then will be ready for the bright new future, the new Nigeria that we hope to have, and a better, free, amazing beautiful Nigeria?
See ourselves as Nigerian first, or humans first. I think if we humanize everything, if you see yourself as a human, because you were first human before you had religion, before you had culture, before you had language, anything. You know, we're planning to go to the southeast, and we're having a conversation today, and we're troubleshooting to, you know, see some of the possible encounters that might happen there. And then it dawned on me that we are not one Nigeria. It doesn't matter how you color it. It doesn't matter how you paint it.
We should not have any doubt.
If I'm thinking of going to a part of the country I call my own, I shouldn't be scared that, okay, I'll be harassed because I have an idea or whatever. So it just shows that there's work to be done.
So much.
Don't insult anyone who doesn't believe in the cause. Just show them or give them more reason
to believe. Yes, and honestly, it's one of the reasons why I'm so proud right now that there's this you know, diversified way in TIB. We have Hausas here, we have Yoruba, we have Igbos, we have Christians, we have Muslims, and we've never had a course within ourselves. Honestly, guys, this is me, I'm not lying, I'm not, you know, trying to color it, to have fights over, so because he's a Christian he gets to do this, because she's a Muslim. No, nothing of sort. So if we as a unit can have this beautiful interaction and one big family, I don't see a reason why we can't extend it, you know, to the whole Nigeria. So if you want Nigeria to be that beautiful, that great, where Hausas can go to Igbo state and be fine, where Igbos can come to Yoruba and be fine, where you can even marry, you have the deepest connections that we can have, then can we say, Nigeria, my country, so beautiful. I was going to say something and I just forgot. What is painful?
Alright guys, so ensure that you donate. Don't forget, that's very important for everything that we're doing. It's 10060238871. GoFundMe.com/Sowore2019. I don't know.
No, I remember. So yesterday, you remember we went to this event yesterday, the Christian Elder.
Yes.
And then we met about 10 was it up to 10 other presidential candidates. And again, this is something, you know, I didn't share with you, but by the time Omoyele Sowore got up to speak, honestly, it was beautiful. Somebody was seated at my back and the guy went on like, these people are just boring. Tell us what you want to do. Tell us your strategy. I'm like, calm down now. Let the guy next to this person talk. And you know, the beautiful thing about the person who spoke before Omoyele Sowore was that he was representing, I don't want to mention the party, a presidential candidate. And you know, he came and was like, so my boss says this person is that, is that. And at the end of it, sat down. Omoyele Sowore got up to speak. Uncle was taking selfie. After Uncle took some cards. I'll not be shocked if Uncle comes to knock on our door to say, hey, see, I've come to join you. The point being, for every person who has encountered this young man, you know, whether through live streaming, whether physically, there's always something to take home. There's always something to take back. Aside from the fact that he's very intelligent and, you know, quite outspoken, I like his bluntness and his honesty. It gives it to you. And I think that's one thing Nigerians have to embrace. I've had a lot of, I know this guy, he's so arrogant, he calls names.
And there's this question that people always ask that, you know, how are we sure he's not going to change? I was reading some comments on Tunde Ednot's speech earlier today, and they say, now so then go talk. And when they get in there, they'll get wrong advisors, and then they start making wrong choices and all that. But, you know, I can almost, you know, 100%, I know there's no such thing, you know, to say that he won't do that. You know, with most people, what you see is not what you get. People put up a front all the time because they want people to like them, they want to, you know, come across as something they are not. But I'm sure most of the people in the house, even behind the cameras we're speaking now, will respond with a resounding yes when we tell you authoritatively that whoever you see in front of this camera, that is Omoyele Sowore, is the same man. And probably even better, because, you know, sometimes the camera has its restrictions.
Exactly.
Probably better, you know, in person, in character. For me, it's about character. It's about character, and it's about consistency of character. Not having, you know, one character one day or in front of the camera and then going back behind, and doing it, you know, if he's not doing it, he's not doing it. If he's doing it, he's doing it. And he's doing it with good reason and for the right and honest reason.
The answer I always give to that question is this. He started at an age when I'm sure he never had it in mind to rule this country. Never. At an age where, at this age and time, a lot of us were probably, you know, all about what's the latest clothes line, what's the, you know, trendy app to use, who's the cutest guy I'm going to date, and all of that. No, his own revolutionary move started like way back. And if there's anything to judge a man by, it's consistency. This man has been the same, you know, since the time when he was in the University of Lagos to the time when he's now. And to think that he not only started Sahara Reporters, first Sahara Reporters does not, you know, take anything government related. It's not partisan. So I can imagine the amount of millions of nairas or dollars that some of these people would have tried to bribe him with so as not to expose this story or another. And he didn't take it then. So if he didn't take it then, what's he going to do with it now? That's one. Two, this is a man who was actually, you know, injected with a poisonous element when he was fighting for the right of people, and then flew to the United States to take care of himself. Make I no lie, if to say na me, I swear I no go come back. I enter United States of America after they wanted to just give me my home. It's true, let's be realistic here. If it was me, I wouldn't come back. So to think that, yes, he was there, but his heart, you know, has always been home. He worked on the Nigeria government. It was always about what was right for the people, who was right for the people. To the point where he decided, okay, I think it's about time I stepped into these shoes. I don't see what more patriotism anybody can actually assume. I don't. And like I said, if he's not corrupt, you know, if he wasn't corrupt when he was young, I don't see why he's going to do that now. To now top it all, he did not just come to say, okay, I'm going to run the race and I have some money in the bag that I'm going to spend, so we might as well do it. No, he's doing this first to show Nigerians that this is how politics should be done. You shouldn't do politics with money. It should not be about 5,000 naira vote buying, 10,000 naira vote buying. No, it should be a politics of sit down, let me tell you, this is what I want to do for this country. If you have a better idea, come on board, let me hear it. It should be a politics of you being able to interact. I don't think there's any other presidential candidate who has their numbers out there. I've not heard of any. People talk to him. You know, there's always this belief sometimes, even when he reads it out online, when people are like, sorry, am I on somewhere? Because it's almost unbelievable. I've witnessed a couple of presidents in this country, and none of them have I ever seen like koro high to the point of, you know, having an interaction with them. And he gets his funding transparently. You are the ones who donate. And it's not like you donate today and then he calls you to say, okay, so Alpha, I don't see your money, but I know go fee announcer. No, you donate, he says, he reads out. He's the only one who has the full, you know, breakdown of how he's getting his money, how much he's getting, how he's spending it. So if he's this transparent, if he's this honest, if he's not, you know, afraid to call anybody to their face to say, you are doing wrong, Abacha is this, Atiku was that, Buhari is this. I honestly don't know what other qualities we're looking for in a leader that we don't have in him. To now, you know, give us the everything topping on top of the cake. We have our DG. Dr. Malcolm. And like Sowore once said, anything he doesn't have, Dr. Malcolm has. Yes. I mean, so it's a balanced equation. And our VP, oh my God. It's another. We have the whole package, Nigerians. Yeah. Honestly, you cannot get it any better than this. With a presidential and vice presidential candidate that like fire. I'm still finding it hard to, you know, decide who talks more, who is more brilliant. I don't know, because
I think they complement each other.
You have both of them sitting and you're just listening, you're just watching, because that's how much synergy they have, that's the chemistry they have, that's how much is in their brain and their ideas. So please, if we don't get it right in 2019, ellipsis, so help us God.
So don't forget to donate. Very important that you donate to this cause. You can do that by sending, and it doesn't have to be big. That's the interesting part. We've had people donate as little as 500 naira, 400 naira sometimes, because, you know, they're sending it. Yes, and we've had people consistently at the end of each business they send 5,000 naira. We have someone who does that, you know, every night we're live. we've had people give 1 million naira live, and it doesn't matter the amount. What matters is the will to do it, and the thoughtfulness to do it. So we're gonna exit the
the couch.
Don't
call it couch. That's our own style. Couch is.
I'm gonna be bougie about this. Okay, so we're gonna exit.
The couch.
For your time with your presidential candidate Sowore, and he's not alone. He has another woman who is doing groundbreaking things in her own way, and she's now been projected to a global platform.
And she's so fine.
She is, and she's gonna she's gonna be needing your vote. You find out who she is, what she does, why she is so important, and how to give her your vote. So our presidential candidate,
AAC,
take it back.
Take it back.
Thank you, everyone. As you probably know, these guys just got paid yesterday, so they're all over the place. Being nice to me, right? When I'm not there, it's not this usually as nice as it sounded. But amazing. Thank you so much, those of you here, Senna and Zena, for opening the evening for us. I want to go straight to the point. This lady right here beside me, as one of the people who has been nominated to become CNN heroes. You don't get that all the time. I think you're probably the first Nigerian.
Yes, I am.
To be nominated as CNN heroes. And you guys have to clap for me for sitting beside her. Yes. So we also want to, tonight we are going to go on YouTube. Can somebody help me find our YouTube stream so that we can read comments from YouTube as well? They need to find YouTube streaming on YouTube. That's a Take It Back TV on YouTube. So I could introduce you, but I want you to do the introduction yourself because I know you too well. I might be forced to introduce you in a way that might expose too many things that you don't want people to know. That is part of the fact that your husband is actually one of our persons. So, but people should not know that. So please tell us how you became a CNN, one of the nominees for CNN Heroes, and how people can vote for you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abisoya Falari, and I'm the founder of Pearls Africa Foundation. It's an NGO that promotes the cause and advancement of vulnerable young girls through different initiatives for the purpose of economic independence. And one of the initiatives is called Girls Coding. So basically it teaches girls how to code, which is computer programming. And they don't just learn, they actually build solutions to immediate problems in their communities. And that's what I do. There's a lot of mentoring that we do. It's every month because mentoring is actually key because of where the girls are coming from. They're from different marginalized communities. Then, of course, there are health-related programs and the likes. Well, a family member nominated me last year because she said, Obiso, you are doing amazing work. And you are doing amazing work. A lot of people that I see every year on this show, they are doing amazing work too, but yours is in a way bigger than what they do. And she nominated. It was just like a joke, to be honest. And April this year, I started getting mails and calls from CNN. There was a lot of vetting before the shoot actually got approved, which, of course, they had to fly people in for everything. It's still surprising because early this year, I went through a bit of depression personally because of the work that I'm doing. When you don't have a lot of support, you are wondering who sent you. So that was the point that I was, and I'm surprised that, in April, everything just changed. Right now, I don't even understand what's going on. A lot of our girls, people are asking if they want to travel out of the country for studies. These are girls that didn't even think they would ever go to a good school or even continue.
I remember there was a story they did CNN about a community near the University of Lagos.
Yes, that's Makoko.
Makoko. And what is interesting about Makoko is that the Lagos state government has been targeting the place for demolition. There was a time there was a floating school. I don't think it's there anymore.
Oh, it's gone down now.
Yeah. So, but you went there, taught the girl how to code, and it was amazing what she did. And the reason we brought you on the couch tonight is because we can't just keep having people like you out there doing amazing work, but it's like the stars of people like you have been dampened. They put a bucket over our lantern every day. That's probably why you were depressed, about this, because you're doing so much, but you're not getting recognition. Or you feel like sometimes you're just pouring water inside the basket.
True.
Yeah. But I get depressed a lot too, Yes, so I can relate with, how you had to deal with this. I use an example, and I know you get back to on track. How, as a reporter, I'll get frustrated. I did an investigative report that is supposed to lead to changing the country or getting the president fired, and then things dragged on. You find people come online and defend the same people. I can imagine how that journalist Jafar is feeling about exposing Gandola. And when we met soldiers today in this conversation they were having earlier, the soldiers were saying, "Oh, that was how they set up Gandola." I said, "Nobody set up Gandola. Gandola is a thief." So if you are using that example, then you're wrong. But tell us more.
So apparently, it's the 12th year that the program is on. And well, to the glory of God, I'm the first Nigerian in 12 years that it started, and the only African this year. And we were 25 in number. To get to the top 10 is not a thing that anyone has an input. So internal review panel of CNN and their VIPs, they come together and they select their top 10. So, and of course, when we went viral with the video of the girl in Makoko who built, an e-commerce site for the parents and, just to connect buyers and sellers of seafood together. The buyers are the people who have the money, and you know that for you to actually want to eat seafood, you're all right. And meanwhile, the people who are actually doing the work and toiling all night, they don't make a lot of money because there are so many middlemen. So when we engage the girls, we tell them to actually think about the problems in their immediate environment. We can take 1 day, 2 days to actually be talking about problems. They are writing it on papers and everything, and the next day we are planning solutions. And because they already know how to code with guidance from tutors, they come together and we build tech solutions to these problems in their communities. Makoko Fresh is one, and there is Break the Blade. Break the Blade is awareness of FGM and how to stop it. And you have 13-year-olds in teams.
FGM as in
female genital mutilation. Yeah. So you have 13-year-olds in their team. These are girls that go to public school, and they built solutions already that is going to be backed up by an institution next year. We also have Hope Basket. So this particular group of people said, we see beggars, we see people that don't have a lot of things. Can't we build a platform whereby those who want to declutter their houses can actually give to those who need? And yet that is also live. So we have projects like that, ongoing. How I got selected to be one of the heroes, I cannot tell you what exactly, but I know it's based on the work.
Yes.
And it's based on the fact that I'm not a daughter of Dangote. Likes.
Well, Dangote daughter probably needs CNN Heroes nomination. Because even when these people have money, they still need some kind of validation to show that they're doing something. But I don't think she's gonna get it anytime soon. Except it goes on sale, then the father can buy CNN so that they can give her daughter an award. I don't put it beyond them, but listen, you're doing amazing work, and I've known you before now, and I know I wasn't surprised when I first saw this CNN story and then eventually discovered that you were nominated as one of the heroes. And Nigerians, she needs your help too. This time around it's not donation, it's just for you to vote for her online so that she can be picked over and up. How many people are they trying to
We are 10 in number, and I'm the only African, and there are 8 Americans.
Who's going to win? How many people are going to win the final?
Just one person.
One person. Is there a second runner-up?
No, we are winners, so everybody gets like $10,000, $10,000, while the overall winner gets $100,000.
Yes. Wow. So if you can vote for her and she wins, maybe she'll donate to her. You never know. Yeah. So So if you vote for her, and please, that's a joke. Vote for her. This is the only African left, the only nice. So if you're watching, a lot of people watch us all over Africa, anyways. Vote for this lady. She's doing amazing work. I don't know why they give Americans awards. It's like conflict of interest. Already CNN is an American station. What did the Americans do? They are doing things that we take for granted, or they take for granted. Anyways, I'll go and read up on what the Americans are doing. But I'm sure that no one of them went to any makoko, to go and do anything. They just probably, had an idea. They're always trying to save the world. Americans, interesting. Yes. Yes.
How to vote? Well, how to vote? CNNheroes.com.
CNNheroes.com. Yes.
You can. We're everywhere /votes.
Yeah.
So you see 10 of us.
You can't miss her. She's the only black. No, sorry, the only.
I'm the only African.
Yeah, I'm not saying the rest. So, but she's only African, and you can't miss an African.
The link is pinned.
CNN.
The link is
pinned.
Okay, so they pinned the link. Thank you so much for doing that.
So to vote, we have to the 4th of December for voting. So it ends soon. It's been on for over a month. And you can vote 10 times per email address.
Okay.
So if you have 10 email addresses, that gives us 100 votes.
Wow. And
every day.
This is not INEC, or it's not rigging. This is going to be, all of it will be verified. I guarantee you it's free and fair process. But we're very happy to have you, and we believe that, there are a lot of Nigerians out there who are very active on social media. Do something instead of articulating, hyperventilating, or whichever one you're doing, or writing, whichever one it is. Please use your data to do something good, especially those of you who haven't been aware of this. We know that Nigerians are very conscious. They love good things, and they love people who are doing great things. And the moment she wins, she opened the door for other Nigerians and Africans. It also serves as a motivation for young females out there, or Nigerians in general, that anytime we're doing something that we think doesn't, help anybody, or we feel frustrated, somebody might be noticing you out there, and you'll be surprised that thing that you're doing one day will attract the attention of the whole world. And that's what. Not only are you doing this, you are making Nigeria and Africa proud, to just make it to one of the 10 people. This is a show that they promote it every day, especially on what's this guy's name? Anderson
Cooper.
Anderson Cooper is. I think it's as if he invented CNN Heroes. Anytime I'm watching him until the show is over, he doesn't give up. So, and CNN is starting to give me coverage too. So that you're not covering the wrong candidates in Nigeria, but that's just on the side. So
are they asking for a full name?
Her full name?
Abisoye Ajaya Akinfolari.
Yes, Abisoye Ajaya Akinfolari.
I also want to, make people understand that I think it's one of the few platforms you can get on without connections.
Oh, without a connection?
Without connections, which means man to man.
Oh, okay. Okay, as in, going through the back door.
Yes, there's nothing like that.
Yeah. And there's no INEC to rig the election. Yeah. Oh, that's.
They have a mantra. They call it "Everyday People Changing the World." So they're not particularly looking for those who have it all.
Yeah.
It is just the fact that you're passionate about what you do and you want to see the world better.
A better place. Fantastic. Thank you so much for this. Is there any other thing you want to say to our viewers, Nigerians over there who are watching, that probably they don't know about you and about the CNN Heroes, and or about the process? Anything else?
Well, the tribute is on the 9th of December, which is Sunday, so you can get to watch from wherever you are in the world. It's going to be live.
And then regardless of who wins, you're going to be there.
We're all going to be there. They're taking everybody there.
So you'll be in Manhattan.
Yes, exactly.
In the next few days. I'll see you there. We have a fundraiser in New York. I'll be inviting you over to. We can do a fundraiser because you are there. Yeah, it's something to just laugh about. That's good. So it's December 9.
Yes.
They will be live, I would imagine.
Live, and the winner will be announced.
Yeah. And trust me, you're going to be the winner. And when you win this, it was going to be two people winning between next year. Me, I'm winning the presidency of Nigeria. Yeah.
Take it back. Action. Action. Take it back.
So that's good. So please vote for her where she is. She's got 3 more days to go. You can vote for her. You can vote with 10 email addresses. And if you go beyond 10,
somebody say you're 16.
Huh? Yeah.
And he's going to vote with all 16.
Every day to the 4th of December.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please do so. Vote. Keep voting until there's such a time that you are convinced that she has won.
I have another thing to, let people know, because I know there's a thing with many of us in the country. We tend to think, how do I benefit? Let's look at it from the angle of the children of your driver can benefit.
Yeah.
The children of your cleaner can benefit, because those are the kind of people we work with. And you can never tell what their life will become tomorrow. So it's really about Nigeria and Africa. So it's not about me. That's nothing to do with me. I'm just a convener, a founder. So it is for Nigeria, it is for Africa, and that's why we need to vote.
Very good, because I trust that people, they're already asking what's my own in this, there's that transactional mentality that something must get to me if I vote. No, there's nothing. It's just to open the door for the future and also to bring something positive to Nigeria, because, we're always in the news for the wrong reasons. So maybe on Sunday, December 9th, we can talk about something that is not about Boko Haram killing soldiers. I have a Nigerian who has been nominated for doing great things. And there are a lot of people who are out there doing great things under our government, and not politicizing or coming to the couch. We'll get more of CNN heroes, there'll be Nigerian heroes, there'll be... Because we also have to stop giving awards to criminals. It's part of what is killing Nigerian spirit. They're always giving awards, national award to people who have failed Nigeria. And yes, Ganduje just got an African award, right? Yeah, imagine that if CNN was Nigeria, maybe Ganduje would have been their candidate for the CNN Heroes of Gandola. Sorry, it's Gandola. The Kano State governor would probably have been CNN Heroes. You may be surprised that the Nigerian newspaper will give the man an award next year.
Vanguard, specific.
Vanguard gave him an award after he was found with dollars.
Yes,
yeah. Well, I hope you are researching that. Don't do fake news. If that's the case, it's despicable. That you are giving an award to someone who was caught red-handed stuffing dollars into his barbariga. It's a shame. Well, people, thank you so much for coming.
One question for her.
Yes.
Somebody wants his daughter to code, so how is she to join?
Okay, there's a part I didn't say. It is totally free. Our program has always been free from people from underserved communities. So if you are from middle class, upper class, it can be free for you. Because we have people we are reporting to.
Yes.
So it depends on where they are coming from, but we can also take them in.
Is there a platform, like a website, an account?
Where people can reach you?
www.pearlsafrica.org, then info@pearlsafrica.org.
Please spell your pearls.
PEARLS Africa.org.
You heard that?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please give her a round of applause. So, if you go to New York, please bring bread back for us.
Bread from New York?
Yes.
Agege bread.
I heard New York bread is better than Agege bread.
We have to confess that.
Yes. No, thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you, sir. Thank you very much.
Have a lovely trip to New York and
you.
back. And we wish you victory in this race. And we hope to see you back on the couch when you come back.
Yes.
All right. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, thank you. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening. I think people are watching.
Yeah, there's a question for
Yes.
you.
You might want to read some of the questions for me, so that I don't get distracted too much. Just check, if there's any question, just let me know. You said there's a question.
Yes, this is saying, sir, what's your plan to reform Nigerian police?
To reform Nigeria police? Oh, well, we discussed that the Nigeria police needs incentivization and needs proper training, there's need for discipline. So the need for overhaul of the leadership of the Nigerian police. When I say incentivization, you know that since we started talking about minimum wage, President Buhari increased the salaries of police, but it still hasn't met our threshold, which is 100,000 naira minimum wage. Can anybody tell me how much they are paying police now according to their new salary structure? Because it was the police and teachers that was the reason why we first moved for minimum wage. Now these two federal civil servants, or whichever person they are, whether it's federal, state, or local government, deserve a living wage, and that led us to push it to cover everybody, and including youth corpers. Minimum wage for youth corpers is also the minimum wage for every worker as well. So yeah, let me quickly, before you guys get me too busy, just read where we are financially, right? I know you people are waiting. So we still have our challenge pending, the 400 Nigerians to donate 1 million naira. So far, no donation has come in that direction. We'll keep reminding people that that challenge that's our #1 challenge. Yeah. And if you don't have hundreds, if you don't have 1 million naira, you can bond together, maybe 20 people, and work towards that. We'll still announce it. But before we go to that, there's a second challenge, which started by Dr. Malcolm Fabi, the guy that we're talking about, the brilliant genius who is the DG of our campaign. You guys know Malcolm Fabi. 5K each by Nigerians at home, 50K each by Nigerian diaspora to support grassroots mobilization, which he started today. So you print posters, flyers. The challenge started yesterday, and thank those that have actively participated, which we will announce. So we're trying to hit 100 million naira mark in our Zenith bank account. I think now we're about at 40 million. I'll get to it soon. So amount raised since 3 days ago, since the last fundraising event on November 29th, 2018. Zenith Bank, 567,000 naira, 773.
Whoa.
So, take it back. GoFundMe has been $779. That's 278,882 naira.
Oh.
Total raised since the last fundraiser is 846,665 naira.
That's beautiful.
Total amount raised since the beginning of movement campaign to date, Zenith Bank is at 39 million naira now. 721,127 naira, 3 kobo. Yes. GoFundMe is moving very well. It's now at $103,759. That is 37 million. That is the equivalent of 37,145,722 naira.
Take it back.
So these are people that have donated since we started. Abdul Ramal, Abdul Salam, 5,000 naira.
Thank you.
Kelly Omokaro. It says 22 naira, 562, 19 kobo.
Thank you.
Clap for the person, because for somebody to give you 22 naira, maybe they have only 15 naira left. Area Remium Stella, 20,000 naira. Eniola Polari Adebanjo, 30,000 naira. It's a little tricky here. Okay, the small. Innocent Olawale Itsuki, 20,000 naira. Sunday Paul Adebayo, 5,000 naira. Okoro Chukwuemeka Joseph, 10,000 naira. Akintoye Shakiru Akonji, 10,000 naira.
Thank you.
Joseph Oladipo, 5,000 naira, 83 kobo. So Salama to Suja Alatlehi. She donated.
Salama.
She said, don't announce.
Oh, wow.
So she doesn't actually. So just forget about that. But there was 100,000 from there. We already done it.
Take it back.
The Besega Kenneth to DC 5,000 naira.
Thank you.
Akiroye J Olabode Solomon 10,000 naira.
Thank you.
Kamala Fair Grace Kende 5,000 naira.
Thank you.
Ismail Adelani Adeniji 5,000 naira. Olakunlemi Precious Akinsulere 5,000 naira. Oyabayo Sambayo 50,000 naira. Lawa Kende Ola 10,000 naira. Ishaq Ojibara 50,000 naira. Annette Ubehi Wana 5,000 naira. Akingbe Oyinda Mola C 50,000 naira. Mohammed Wahab Olawale 2,000 naira. Apitu Joshua Olufemi 20,000 naira. As for GoFundMe, Muna Button $50. Kevin Sman Garuba $100. David Mack, but this is not the $200. Actually, I don't know. What if it's the one? Maybe he's tired. Teresa Noli $40. John Overawe $100. Labode Obafemi $44. Jafet King $30. Yalex Ewere $35. You remember Yalex? Adetola Adebola $50. Awala Tijani $30. So we have special mention is somebody who said not mention my name, 100,000. Oyabayo Sambayo 50,000. Ishaq Ojiba 50,000. Akiku Goyida Mola 50,000. David Mack $200. That's the special category session. David Mack, yes.
David Mack.
Somebody already took my other phone. Is that the situation? My Samsung. Oh, I'm sitting on it. Okay, thank you. Maybe I think while that was from the accountant, but I see that there's some entries from Zenith Bank already. I wanted to go to. There's one entry for 10,000 naira. This is one of those things from ISQ teller. So we'll check on the other side. Olufemi Samuel AJ 30,000 naira. Another thing from Sky Zen for 2,000 naira. There's a Youngsters Link Limited 10,000 naira. Adeyemi Femi. No, this is Adeyemi Bolahon. Is that you?
No.
I know you never. You don't. You can never donate. You don't have money. 20,000 naira Adeyemi. Otelaja Babatunde Olugbenga just sent in 1,000 naira. Just this Omolabi Ogunriana Elizabeth is 5,000 naira. This Komolafe Abayomi Peter 2,000 naira. There's a Kamzi said 19,000 naira, 110 naira. Oyenuga Oluwole Oyedele 50,000 naira. Sakamutayo Ibekele 10,000 naira. The rest are just duty charges that the banks are killing us with, you know. But there's Mohammed Wahab Olawale here for 2,000 naira. Annette Ubehi Wanali 5,000 naira. Odenira Biomed Johnson, 50,000 naira. Did I mention that before?
No.
Well, there's Bullfight Stores for 10,000 naira. So I think we mentioned Abitoye Joshua Lufemi for 20,000 naira. And I think Ube, of course, Oyindamola for 50,000 naira. So since our accountants did the reconciliation, there's been quite a few donations. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, something just came in from Zenith Bank. This is Adeyemo Adedaya Abiodun for 10,000 naira. So I think there might be some questions. Let me know if you have questions for me. So says hello Mr. President, says several messages on WhatsApp and Twitter, no response. I will do so. Please tell me your name. Maybe that's why I haven't responded. But we've been busy today. God bless you. I am Ekweme Oscar Kwamia from Ihiala in Anambra State of Nigeria, currently living in Indonesia. I'm very much delighted and excited about your efforts so far. The power of a seed is not in the size, but in the quality of its product. May every small effort of yours always yield multiple results of blessings. Life is not by grade, but by the grace. But by grace. Not by labor, but by favor. Not by merit, but by mercy. May the grace, mercy, and favor of God locate you as you step out today. This is a happy new month message. I love it that Nigerians send messages all the time, you know. So there's happy new month, good morning, good afternoon, good. Now December is coming, you know. But when you get a message from your worker for happy new month, go and check if you are paid the monthly. I think that thing was devised by workers. The happy new month messages. It's a way of reminding the guy you never pay. Happy new month regardless. But you know I'm not happy here. God bless Mr. President. We are taking it back. Yes, so yeah. So where will you go to Kanji in Niger State? That's a good. You know, as we're traveling around, people are also doing excursion. Yeah. Some people have never been to Nigeria before. How many of you went to the north with us who have never been to the north before? 1, 2, 3. You know, have you ever been to the north? No, that it was not the one that you went on your own without town hall and this one. You have been to the north. What were you selling there?
I was selling the boat.
Good, yes. That's a powerful product. Yes. So, yes, somebody said, somebody actually was trying to reach out to you. Said our daughter Abisoya Jayakin Folarin was nominated as one of the top 10. So somebody has sent a message even before you came. Top 10 CNN heroes of 2018. Ajayi needs your vote to make her the overall winner. She's the only African. We also need your prayers. Vote link for Bisoye is http://cnn.com/specials/cnn.heroes/votes/. So you can't miss this. They said it's already pinned on the first page. Thank you. Wow, somebody said they will vote now. So a lot of people are already voting for her. I voted. I tell my friends to vote. You are doing a great job. God bless you, Mr. Mayele Sowore, Nigeria's president. Don't forget to vote for me next year too. February 16th, on my birthday. So hi to you, Mr. President. Someone said, these days people no longer send their names. If you want me to save your name, just